Hi and welcome to another beer review. Tonight I've got a beer from Greene, and it's a new one. It was only launched last month. It's a limited edition, and it's from something called the Chevalier series, and it's a bottle of their Heritage Vintage Fine Ale, coming in at 6.5% ABV. It's a bottle conditioned ale. There is the Greene bottle cap. Yeah, I don't know much about this. I spotted it in my local Tesco. It was on offer. It's in a nice big 568ml bottle. I've done a bit of research and I found it's brand new. It was literally launched last month. It's a limited edition ale. Let's see what it says on the bottle. It says the Heritage series is a range of limited edition bottle conditioned ales influenced by our brewing heritage and historic recipes. Vintage Pale Ale rediscovers the Chevalier malt, whose story begins around 1820 in rural Suffolk. Following its near extinction in the 20th century, it was resurrected and paired with classic English hops to create this rich, complex and full-bodied vintage fine ale. I hadn't heard of this one before, but I say it wasn't until I read up on it I found out it's brand new. I thought, right, I'll get a bottle and we'll give it a whirl and see what we get. So, without further ado, let's get the bottle, the beer, into a glass and see what we get. That's that. It is a bottle conditioned beer, so we'll see if there's anything already developing a bit of a head. Wow. God, I can smell that from here. Okie dokie. Loads of carbonation on this one. I will put that there. Look at that. There is your Greene Heritage Fine Ale. A limited edition one. It's got a big 2-finger, slightly tan head. Very fluffy, lots of bubbles. It's maintaining its head. It's a beautiful kind of dark red colour. Sort of chestnut in colour. Beautiful looking beer. Plenty good levels of carbonation, lots of bubbles rising up the glass. Let's get a nose on it. Ooh. It's got a lovely nose to it. Hoppy. A hoppy nose and malty. Kind of in equal measures, lots of caramel. Lots of hops. Cool, that smells really nice. Really nice. Right, let's get a taste. Cheers. Cool. That is good. There's a lot going on there. A lot going on. I tell you what, it reminds me a little bit. It reminds me a little bit of Fuller's Golden Pride, this. There is so much going on there. It's quite fruity on arrival. Not particularly citrusy. More kind of sort of currants, black currants, berries going on with it. And it has a nice kind of toffee caramelly malt. It's quite hoppy. Quite a hoppy one. And it says it's Chevalier. That's the malt. Chevalier malt. It is a lovely classic English hops. Doesn't specify which hops are used. Classic English hops. Rich. Definitely rich. Very complex. Full-bodied vintage fine ale. It's lovely. There's a lot going on with this one. Cool. Rich is definitely a good word to use to describe this one. Fruity, malty, lovely hoppiness on the back end. It lingers. It's not particularly bitter. It just has that nice hoppy finish. There's almost even a little bit of an alcohol taste on the back end as well. Is it 6.5% this one? So there's a bit of alcohol in there. Obviously not the strongest one I've done, but there's definitely a bit of an alcohol taste on the back end of it. It has that kind of slight sort of barley wine characteristic to it. Very complex, very fruity, very malty, and a nice bit of hoppiness on the back end. I think this might be one of those ones where you might have to let it sit for a little while and let it develop, let the air get to it. It seems to be changing all the time. I'm struggling to do a review because there's so much going on with it. Excuse me. It's sweet. Quite a sweet beer. Sweet on arrival when you first hit the tongue. Very sweet. Definitely fruit, berries, currants, raisins, sultanas. Kind of the fruitcake characteristic. It has a nice malt. It's not overly malty. It's not obviously not the maltiest beer I've ever had, but it does have a nice sort of sweet toffee kind of malt characteristic to it, and it's got a nice bit of hoppiness on the back end. There's a nice kind of just slightly bitter taste at the back of the palate, and it lingers. It's not there and gone. It's not one of them. This lingers. This is a good beer. This has been very, very well made. I think I might be drinking this one for a while. So this is bottle condition. Get the rest of it in there. Oh yeah, you can actually see a little bit of sediment floating around in the bottom of the glass. But hell of it, I'm gonna drink it either way. Look at that, boom! Let's get it all in there. Let's get it all in there. I think I might be drinking this one for a while. I think this one I think I might let this sit in the glass and develop. This is very nice. This is a very, very good. This is a very good beer. A lot of work has gone into this. Well done, Greene King. I'm not a big fan of a lot of their stuff, if I'm honest, but I saw this and thought I'd give it a go. This has been well made. It is a limited edition, so how many are out there I'm not too sure, but there weren't many left when I saw it. They've done two. They've got the Heritage Fine Ale, and I think they've done a Pale Ale as well. There's two of them part of this Heritage series. But yeah, it's really good. I'll have another taste. Sweet, fruity, Sweet toffee malt. A nice little bit of hoppiness on the back end. And it does have that barley wine characteristic that I mentioned earlier. It's developing. It's developing all the time. So I'm struggling to review it because there's so much going on with it. It's hard for me to kind of pin it down. It's very nice. It's really, really very nice. I'm not even sure how to give it a rating because it's developing. It's hard to give it a rating. Yeah. With the lacing on the glass. That is a good quality. A very good quality ale. It's very good. That's nothing wrong with that at all. This is really good. I'm struggling. I do apologise. I'm struggling to find what to say about it. It's very good. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting this to be this impressive, but it's very nice. Because it's still developing, I think this flavour is going to change. I'd love to do 2 reviews for this. Kind of come back in about 5-10 minutes time and let you know what I think of it then. But this is very interesting. It's a very interesting beer. It's a very tasty beer. There's a lot going on with it. It's a sipper. It's one to sit and enjoy and savour. It's not a necker. I don't really think it's a sessionable ale. It's different. I'll give it a score based on what I've had so far. In terms of the complexity, the quality of it, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, just to go on with. But to be honest, it could probably do with 2 reviews. It could do with having another review about 10-15 minutes down the line, just to see what it tastes like then. But it's a well-made beer. So it's Greene King, Heritage, Vintage Vine Ale, limited edition. So if you want one, you might have to get out pretty sharpish and get your hands on one of them. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this kind of attempt at a review. Leave your comments below, give it a thumbs up if you like it. I'm going to be doing lots more beer reviews, so stay tuned. Alright, thanks for watching. Cheers.